Hi. Okay, so I've been talking a lot about the battery mega project that we're going to be doing this summer. But in this video, I want to talk a little bit about a more conventional science day camp project, and that is make an electric motor. A very simple little fella. And so I've got it dialed down to a pretty good way that works, and maybe this will be helpful. So you start off with a cup. uh, a Solo cup or whatever, whatever brand. It's the standard red plastic cup. You need this. You need some what they call magnet wire. Magnet wire is a little different than just a normal wire because the insulation is very thin. It's almost like a paint that goes on your magnet wire. This is 20 gauge. That's about right. That's what I like. Then you need a stiffer, bigger wire. This is a 14 gauge wire, and that works really well. Just a Home Depot type of thing. You're going to need a toilet paper roll. You're going to need a couple of standard little magnets. These are the standard ceramic 1-pound pull magnets. You can get these at sciplus.com if you're interested. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take the cup and you're going to attach 2 wires to it with a special loop. Okay, so here are the 14 gauge wires, and they have a loop in them. You notice they're stripped at this point. Okay, you have 2 magnets, one on each side, so they're holding each other together. You could conceivably take a couple and just glue them to the top, but it's nice just to use the magnetic force to hold it. Nice and easy, and it's fun for the kids too to play with the magnets. You notice I just used Gorilla Tape. I bent the tube so that it would contain the direction, but then I'm in the wire. But I just used Gorilla Tape to secure it to the cup. So you have this cup. You have a cup with two things. I've stripped here, and I've stripped here. Then you need to make the part that goes into the top. So you take your toilet paper roll and you wrap your magnet wire around it. You end up with this. Let me do this so you can see it even better. You end up with this, okay? And you'll notice that I went around the roll about 5 times, and then I went around to hold the loop tight each of the corners, and then I pulled them out each way. Now you take a something sharp, like a open pair of scissors, and you scrape all of the insulation off of one side. Only one side, you scrape all the insulation off. On the other side, you want to scrape the insulation off of you hold this so the ring is up and down. So it's like this, and you're scraping the top here. You have to do that direction because otherwise it just doesn't run. So you got to hold the ring like this, and you scrape the top. If you scrape too much on your armature, then all you have to do is take a little bit of marker, and you can make it work again. It's not quite as robust as the coating that comes on this originally, but it works just fine. So you scrape the top part of one, all of the other. This is designed so it sits right down in here, and you want it to turn nice and easily. You want it to be fairly close to the magnet. If anything, this one is a little bit too far. It still works. Whoops. It still works, but if anything, I would actually go closer next time with the magnet, or I could bend these down. I could play with it and optimize it. And then you can just take a normal battery. This is a AA. A D cell will work as well. Actually, it'll only work if you get the connections onto the battery. Okay. Hard to hold and to see everything at the same time. So hang on. Usually you can put the cup down onto the table and work on it. There we go. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. So, works fine. It's a fairly easy project. It takes maybe an hour with a group of kids. It goes well. They enjoy it. They end up with this that they can take home. The cost is minimal for the parts, and you end up with a working motor that they can use and enjoy and understand why. What's happening is, of course, this is being turned on and off. When it's turned on, it generates a magnetic field, especially as it turns on. It generates a magnetic field. That field pulls or repulses from this magnet. So that's why it spins. That's why you do the coating in just the right spot, because it spins and repulses, attracts and repulses at just the right time. So there you go, a little tiny motor. Enjoy. Nice little project.